Sir Handel had a very bad day. The coaches made him stop in a standstill twice, and the passengers were cross with him for being late.
It's not fair. Those coaches keep giving me such a hard time. Every single time I pull them, they hate me for no reason. I think they should be scrapped.
Rubbish! You just need to be kind and gentle with them, not rough and rude to them.
I agree. You should be grateful that we're not part of the mountain railway. Then you would have been extra careful with them whenever it comes to climbing up the steep hills.
Wait, a mountain railway? What's that?
It's a railway that goes up and down the mountains, of course. The name itself says it all.
That's impossible. Because they could slip down the steep hills and crash.
But it is possible. We've heard about them after we showed everyone that our railway is useful.
Still, it just can't.
It's your cat. Can.
While the two were arguing, Donald appeared with a strange-looking engine on a flatbed. He had 6 small wheels, a stovepipe chimney, and his cylinders were backwards. Donald immediately stopped the argument.
Shush! You'll wake the wee little engine. He's very tired right now from being mended from England. You know what that's like.
We sure do, but who is he?
His name is Cody. He's named after the railway climbs where he's from.
Well, that isn't funny. We were just talking about the mountain railway. Look, there's the proof right there, Sir Handel.
I don't believe it at all.
Then you better ask him yourselves after he wakes up so you know what it's like up there. I'll just come back later to pick him up. It's nice for you to meet new friends anyway. And Donald left to do some other chores that he was asked to do. When Cody woke up, he was very confused. He saw the 3 engines looking right at him in a shed that he had never seen before.
Who are you? And where am I?
Hello there. My name is Skarloey, and this is Rheneas and Sir Handel.
And you're at the narrow gauge shed right now.
Narrow gauge? They're almost very close to being a home. What a relief!
That must be a really good feeling for you, but we want to know what the mountain railway is like.
Ooh, like what?
Well, is it true that you climbed mountains?
Oh, absolutely. I've been doing it for years now. We mountain engines have pinning wheels and our driving axles. They have teeth that fit into the rack wheels so we can't slip off the rails no matter how steep it gets.
Wow, that must really help a lot for you to go up the mountains. But when you go down, aren't you worried at all?
Not at all. We have really good brakes that we use.
And what's about coaches? The coaches here can cause some confusion and delay to some of the engines.
Sir Handel didn't bother saying anything. He just stayed silent while feeling embarrassed.
Well, the coaches on my railway don't cause any trouble at all. They know that's too dangerous to cause any trouble.
Wow! Sounds like you engines aren't afraid at all.
Well, there was a time that I was.
Really? Why?
Well, it was a very long time ago. That before our railway was open, our manager told us, the 3 of us, that the inspector was coming.
I want you 4 to behave and listen to the inspector. He'll be choosing one of you to test out the new railway and see if it's good enough for us to use it.
We were very excited to try out the new railway and see which one of us the inspector would pick. When he arrived, he chose me. I was surprised. He climbed onto me and wanted me to pull 2 coaches instead of 1. So I did. I made it to the top of the hills without any problem. I was great.
So far, so good. Now we're going to go backwards to try your brakes.
I was shocked to hear about that. The hill was very steep, and at the bottom was a curve. So if I got to the curve very fast, I would go right off the rails and delay.
Driver, I want your hands off the brakes. There's no need to help him with that.
Oh, must be shocking to hear that.
It sure was. I was sweating with fear, and my boiler was bubbling with worry. I immediately went downhill very fast. I was terrified, and my leg was still around the hill. It was stopping. I thought we were going to cause a serious accident, and I remembered something. I can't just stop myself without my crew doing it for me. So I put on my brakes as hard as I could. We were already halfway through the hill, so it's still hard to stop. And now I put it in at the last second. My wheels were shaking, and my crew couldn't even walk after that. It was like as if we went through an earthquake.
Well done, Culdee. You did wonderful. So you'll definitely work on this railway once it opens.
I was very pleased to hear that. Ever since that day, I was never worried. I was brave enough to go up and down the railway no matter how steep it is. Yes, that's why I was named after the mountain, but that was just the beginning.
You mean there's more about your railway?
Oh yes, I have plenty more to tell you about the railway.